Hi, I'm Tonya, and I recently went through a divorce. I want to share my story because I hope it can help someone going through a similar situation. Maybe my experience can offer some guidance or comfort. A little background about me: my parents split up when I was just 7 years old. My dad was a Navy SEAL, so he was away from home a lot. Eventually, my parents' relationship fell apart. My mom remarried a man named Paul, and I ended up living with them. Unfortunately, Paul was abusive to me. The worst part? My mom knew but loved Paul too much to do anything about it. She just pretended it wasn't happening. My dad would visit sometimes, and when he did, I would spend the weekend with him. But being young and scared, I never told him what was happening at home. My dad and I were always really close. He made me feel like I was the most important person in his life. One day when I was almost done with middle school, I went to the beach with my dad. I was wearing beach shorts, and he noticed some bruises on my legs. "Hey, what's that on your leg?" he asked. I tried to brush it off, saying I just got hurt, but he was concerned. He asked if I was hiding something. I finally told him the truth, that Paul was cruel to me and sometimes hit me. My dad was furious and promised that it would end right away. He took me to live with him and got full custody of me after legal proceedings. Life with my dad was much better. Because of his work, I sometimes stayed at my aunt's house nearby. My mom tried to apologize and reconnect, but eventually she cut me off. To be honest, I was never as close to her as I was to my dad. I went on to medical school, earned my degree, and became a licensed cardiologist. It was always my dream, and my dad and aunt were incredibly proud of me. They were the only family I had at that point. I'm not very outgoing, but I had a few close friends. As a doctor, I learned to be warm and approachable, and surprisingly, I became good at it. I met my husband Justin at a karaoke bar. Normally, I wouldn't have gone there, but it was my friend's birthday. Justin needed a partner for a duet, and since I thought he was cute, my friends pushed me to join him. We had a great time, exchanged numbers, and started dating. My dad liked him right away because Justin was kind and likable. He worked as a marketing assistant in the corporate world and gave me the love and care I had missed before my dad took me in. A year into our relationship, Justin took me back to the same karaoke bar where we first met and proposed to me. "I think it's time for us to start the family we've always talked about." "What do you mean, babe?" I asked. "Tonya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you for a while now," Justin replied. "What is it?" I asked, curious. Justin took a deep breath. "When we first met at that karaoke bar, I had no idea I was meeting the love of my life. You've brought so much happiness and warmth into my life, and I can't imagine spending it with anyone else. Will you marry me?" "Oh baby, yes," I said, feeling a rush of emotions. To be honest, while some people might find it perfectly okay to get married within a year, it felt a bit early for me, especially with the emotional walls I had built over time. I said yes in the moment, but afterward I had a lot of thoughts about it. I loved Justin deeply, but I was afraid that if I asked for more time, he might consider ending our relationship, so I decided to go along with it. We had a very private wedding ceremony. I invited my mother, but she didn't show up, which was disappointing because, after all, she was my mother. However, my dad was there, and I was immensely grateful for his presence. He walked me down the aisle, and I was officially married to Justin. A year into our marriage, we were blessed with a beautiful baby girl. I remember after my delivery, the room was filled with balloons and flowers as everyone came to visit: my dad, Justin, and his parents. As a new mother, I decided to take some time off work to be with my daughter. That early time with Amanda was incredible, and I still cherish every moment of her babyhood. There's truly nothing as beautiful as bringing a child into this world. It's a testament to the wonders of life. Justin was working during this time, but eventually I had to return to my job. Justin was amazing as a dad. He had a knack for being super playful and gentle with our daughter. I mean, the guy would even let her put makeup on his face. He was a real sweetheart as a dad. But here's the thing: with both of us going back to work, we decided to hire a nanny to look after Amanda. She was a little bundle of energy, and we wanted her to have the best care while we were away. After some time, I got pregnant again, and then, out of the blue, came the big surprise. The doctor told us we weren't just expecting one more addition to our family, we were having twins. It wasn't exactly what we had planned for, but it brought a huge amount of joy into our lives. Little did we know that with the arrival of our children, the dynamics of our marriage were about to change. Justin never openly said it, but I started to sense that he wasn't thrilled about the fact that I earned more than him. I really picked up on this when our friends Carrie and Dylan came over for dinner during my third trimester. "So how are you guys feeling about the babies on the way?" Dylan asked. "Oh, we're excited." "A little nervous, but mostly excited," Justin answered. "Speaking of babies, have you guys thought about names yet?" Carrie asked. "Yes, we've been brainstorming. We want something unique, but not too out there, you know," I replied. "Any favorites so far?" Carrie continued. "We've tossed around a few ideas, but we haven't settled on anything yet," I said. "How about family names? Those can be really meaningful," Carrie suggested. "Absolutely. We've been shopping a lot lately, looking at strollers that can accommodate multiple babies. It's been overwhelming, but we'll figure it out," Justin added. "It's amazing how much stuff you need for 2 babies, right?" Dylan said. "Tell me about it. Our checklist keeps getting longer," Justin replied. "Tonya, do you miss being at work?" Carrie asked. "A bit," I admitted. "You know, being a doctor is tough, but when you treat people and help them, it just feels so good to see their smiles." "Wow. A corporate worker and a doctor. Do you even manage to find time to make all these babies?" Dylan joked. "Ah, come on," Justin laughed, but then Dylan added, "I'm pretty sure your wife must be the money bag in the house, huh?" "Well, you know how it is, Dylan," Justin replied with a forced smile. "I actually earn more than Tonya. Ask crew this, let's bring out the dessert," Justin said casually. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Why would he lie about something like that? After Dylan and Carrie left, while we were doing the dishes, I decided to confront him. "Justin, can we talk for a moment?" I asked. "Sure, what's on your mind?" he replied. "You said you earn more than me, that's not true, is it?" "No, it's not true," Justin admitted, looking down. "Why on earth would you lie about something like that?" I asked, feeling confused. "I don't know, T. I guess I was just embarrassed. It felt awkward," he said quietly. "Embarrassed? I had no idea this was such a sensitive topic for you," I said, trying to understand. "I'm not sensitive, T. I'm a man, and I should be the one in charge," Justin snapped. "You've never complained about it before. What's got you so worked up now?" "I just don't want people to think I'm some kind of loser, okay? Justin, if it works for us, it works for us. Who cares what other people think?" "Yeah, whatever," he muttered. His response left me feeling uncomfortable. It came across as somewhat misogynistic. What was the problem if our arrangement worked for us? I never had an issue with having a husband who contributed less financially. After all, money isn't what keeps a family together. At that point, I had a lot on my plate, so I didn't dwell on it too much. 2 months later, the big day finally arrived. My pregnancy had been complicated, but eventually I gave birth to twin baby boys. I held my precious little boys, Abe and Leon, with both hands in the hospital bed. "Our family feels complete, baby. You've made me the happiest man alive. I love you," Justin said, beaming. "It wasn't all me, babe," I replied, smiling. "Amanda, look at your baby brothers. Aren't they so cute?" I asked, turning to our daughter. "Baby brothers?" Amanda asked with wide eyes. "Yes, sweetheart. Do you want to sit next to Mom?" I offered. "Yes," she said eagerly. "Say hello to your baby brothers, Amanda," I encouraged her. "Hi," Amanda said softly. At that moment, I felt an overwhelming sense of contentment with my life. I dreamed of being the best mom to all my kids, something I never got from my mother. My deepest desire was to provide them with everything they wished for and shield them from all the bad things in the world. Soon after, we took the babies home, and the nursery was all set up for them. Justin and I both took some time off work. When Justin eventually returned to the office, things got really tough at home. Juggling the care of the babies and Amanda was exhausting, and we were in a tight spot financially. Things weren't exactly rosy. I had a strong desire to give my family the best of everything, and I had the means to do so, but we also needed a parent at home to take care of the kids. It was a challenging situation, and we needed to find a way to make it work. The issue was the significant income gap between us. Justin brought in only $30,000 a year, while I earned $150,000 a year. You could see the difference. From my perspective, it made sense for me to continue working. I had a good career and a well-paying job with potential for salary growth. I thought I would talk things out with Justin, and he would understand my viewpoint, but things didn't go as planned. After dinner, Justin and I were in the twins' room, checking up on them. 3 kids. We always planned for 2, but I'm not complaining. They're so cute, Justin said. Yeah, they are. Well, I want to talk to you about something, I began. Sure, what's on your mind, he asked. We need to secure all our kids' futures, you know. I know I might be thinking too far ahead, but we can provide them with better opportunities. We can even help them with their college if they need it, I explained. You're right, Justin agreed. If I continue with my job, we can save more. And if I work for a few more years, I'll likely get a raise, I said, feeling hopeful. That would be amazing, but who will stay with the kids at home while we're working? Justin asked. What if you quit working and stay home to take care of the kids? I suggested. Are you kidding me? No way, we get along with them so well. Justin responded, looking shocked. What I mean is, I am the man of the house. Just because you have a higher paying job doesn't make you the decision maker, Justin said, his voice growing tense. Justin, are you kidding me? Can't you see we would have a better life if I went to work instead? Seriously, is your ego that fragile that taking care of the kids makes you think you're less of a man? I asked, my frustration boiling over. Justin looked furious, something I had never expected. He raised his hand and slapped me across the face. How dare you say that to me? You're trying to be the boss, aren't you? Just stay in your place, do what you're told, and listen to me. Justin shouted before leaving the room, leaving me in shock. I couldn't believe what had just happened. How could my husband, the father of my children, someone I thought loved me, do this? I was devastated, angry, and scared all at once. I didn't know what he might do next if I made another mistake. That night I couldn't sleep. I spent the night on the couch, thinking about my options. I knew I had to leave this marriage, not just for me but for the kids too. I remembered going through something similar when I was young, with my mom's husband Paul. My dad had taught me what a real man should be like after that experience. Suddenly, one of the twins started crying on the baby monitor, and it hit me. The baby monitor in the twins' room must have recorded everything that happened. I had proof. The first thing I did was save the footage, and then I started forming a plan. I waited until morning, making sure Justin and the kids were still asleep. Then I called my dad. Good morning, Bunny, my dad answered. Hey Dad, you're calling me so early today. Is everything all right? No, Dad, something happened last night. I need help, I said, trying to keep calm. What happened? Are you safe? My dad asked, his voice full of concern. For now, yes. But last night Justin and I argued and he slapped me, I explained. What? How dare he? Why did you wait all night to call me? He exclaimed. I didn't know what to do, Dad, I admitted. Sweetheart, remember what I've always said. I'm here for you whenever you need me. I mean it, he reassured me. Well, Dad, the thing is, all of this happened in the twins' room and it was recorded on the baby monitor, I said. Bingo, we have proof. We're going to get him. I know some people in law enforcement. Honey, stay put. Where is Justin right now? He asked. He's still sleeping, I replied. Send me that video and get the kids ready. I'm coming, he instructed. I quickly woke up Amanda and gathered the twins, packing a bag for them. I forwarded the recording to my dad and waited anxiously in the living room. Just 15 minutes after the phone call, there was loud knocking on the door. As I approached, I heard Justin coming down the stairs. Who's at the door? Why are the babies here? What's going on? Justin asked, confused. Open the door. It's the police. A voice shouted. The police? Who called them? Justin rushed down the stairs as I opened the door. The first person to enter was my dad, who hugged me tightly. Thank God you're safe, honey. I'm so sorry this happened, he said. You're under arrest for assaulting your wife. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be provided for you. The police officer said as he handcuffed Justin. Is this about last night? You've got it all wrong. It was just a big misunderstanding, Justin protested. Get these cuffs off me. T, you're going to pay for this. I promise, Justin shouted angrily. My dad stepped in, his voice firm. I will break your jaw if you ever speak to my daughter like that again. Consider yourself lucky I didn't handle this myself. Take him, officer. After that, my dad drove me and the kids to his house. Both Justin and I hired lawyers, and there was a lot of courtroom drama. Surprisingly, Justin's criminal record included a bar fight where someone ended up hospitalized for a month. I had no idea about this. As a result, Justin was sentenced to 3 months in jail. I sent him the divorce papers and gained full custody of the children. Justin wasn't granted any visitation rights. I had a lot to figure out, but my dad offered a solution. You know, I'm retired. If you'd like, we can take care of the kids here until you figure things out. No pressure, he suggested. Dad, that would mean a lot to me while I sort everything out, I said, feeling relieved. By the way, I've met someone named Kathy. She brings me a lot of joy. Would you mind if she moved in here too? I already asked her before all this happened, but I was going to tell you, he added. Dad, I'm more than happy for you. I'm glad you found someone. You can return to work, and Kathy and I will look after the kids, I replied, smiling. 6 months have passed since we moved into my dad's house, and a lot has changed. Justin was released from jail, but hasn't tried to contact me. I've gone back to work and met Kathy, who is kind, wise, and affectionate. She even gives me motherly advice, filling a void I didn't know I had. All my kids are healthy, and Amanda has started preschool. I know I still need time to fully heal from everything, but I'm grateful for what I have. For now, I'm focusing on my work and my kids. It may take time, but surrounded by my family's love, I know I'll find my way.